Hello viewer, welcome yet again to this edition of The Therapist. Right here on UNCAT TV, my name is Sanyu Roberts and it airs every Sunday at 4 p.m. Today, we're going to talk about, as usual, relationships, but let us look at the differences, some differences that we possess individually. Men and women, or male and female, differ. And it is how they are made. That is how God designed us to be quite different. And I'll be breaking down those differences and giving examples so that the moment you learn about the differences that we possess in different genders, gender differences, males and females, then it's easier for you to get over those hurdles you meet in the relationship. Number one, I know that it is common in relationships. They usually fights. They may not be physical fights, but you're upset and someone upsets you because of one reason or another. The one thing that is common, as a therapist, I've had several cases coming to me, and the men complain about the women talking too much. I know you've heard that. If you're a man, you've had such a complaint. You may not have said it to anyone, but you always complain about your other partner being talking too much. And the women have a different complaint. Why do men ignore us? Usually it is their partner that they complain about. He ignores me. I talk to him. I ask him something and he does not respond. He ignores me. That's a difference that I want us to understand. On average, a man has 5,000 words. A woman has 3 times that number. So that is 5,000 times 3, 15,000. That's important to note. Then you'll know and appreciate your partner the way they are and recognize that that is their makeup, that is how they were created. Men tend to speak less. Why? Because they process from within. They process their responses from within. Women think aloud. As men process their responses as they think from within, women think aloud. Actually, this is not an insult. It's not an attack. It's not meant to be a negative comment. But women also know that sometimes we speak before we know what we exactly want to say. That is how women are. I mean, you should know this. So, if they are in an environment, the women, if a lady is in an environment where they're not able to keep talking, to interact with other people in speech, then it is possible they'll get back home with so many words they're supposed to be speaking in that day. So they'll have a lot of that lot to speak when they get back home. And I've seen many people men seated in their living rooms watching TV, but changing from channel to channel. Not because they're watching something important, but they're trying to dodge the words that are coming from their partners, from your spouse. As she speaks to you, you are changing channels. And if I came to you and asked you what exactly are you watching, you actually you can't give me an answer that you're watching something, because you cannot concentrate. You're being, the words are too many, you can't take it all in. So you keep dodging, you concentrate on something, the concentration is not actual because you also don't take in what you're watching. And in a way of dodging the so many words coming from your partner. The other thing I've seen is sometimes we carry newspapers and you put the paper in front of you. You're still dodging the words that are coming in from your partner. That is common. I mean, take this from me that on average, this is researched. There's available research. On average, a man has 5,000 words. A woman has 3 times that number. So before they finish their words in a day, you're going to have a problem. That is why they even tell you, this man speaks. He speaks a lot. He speaks too much. Like women. I mean, the woman is making such a comment because they also know. If you go to their salons, you realize there's a lot of interaction. Actually, a woman can engage in 3 conversations at a time. So if you're a man and you sat amidst women and having conversations, you'll actually get confused. You get lost because you're not picking anything from them. The moment the words come in so many, you don't pick anything. So you won't get what they've been telling you. And after, say, she might be asking you for something and then she's saying something else, and in different conversations. At the end of the day, when she asks you, I actually wanted to know whether you're going to help me with this. That is why I asked you. You actually can't even recall that she said what she says she told you. So let us understand our female counterparts and learn how to deal with them. But also on the other hand, the ladies, the women in our lives should also know that men have fewer words. Men may not respond immediately. The response may take some time. It can take minutes. You ask me something very simple, but I'm thinking about it. I have to process the response from within. That is why they'll ask, did you hear me? It is common. They'll ask. And they're like, I'm thinking. And the fight comes when they start asking, what is it? What is it you're thinking? I mean, this is a simple answer. You tell me yes or no. But that is how we are designed. Men still have to process from within. So, therefore, the problem comes when she looks at you, not responding immediately, and she says you are ignoring her. You are not responding to her. That is ignoring her. That is how she puts it. For you, it is, can't you let me think? Come on. They expect an immediate response because whenever you talk to them asking something, they'll always have a response for you, which is not the case with the man. So recognize that and appreciate each other the way you are. Actually, if you look at our culture in the past, women were trained to leave space, to give space to men so that they can be alone, because men have that. Men can sit there and think about nothing. Just you ask them, what are you thinking? What are you doing? Nothing. And they actually are blank and thinking about nothing. It doesn't happen to women. Women's brains are always working. And there's always something to tell you, something to share with this one, with the other one. We need to recognize that. Yeah. So when someone does not respond or someone speaks or talks too much, please recognize that. And when you find a man that has that trait, then there's something. It's a very small percentage, very small percentage of men who will be talkative. That is very few of them. But most of them want time to sit down and just think. And then they can talk to you. So, don't be shocked when you don't get a response. It might come, I told you, it might come in a minute. It might come after hours. It might come after a day. Or it might never come. If they think they have not gotten the right response, men will not respond. It is not easy for women to take in, but bear with us, men. That is how we are. That is how we're designed. That is very important for you to learn. Other differences, men, now I'm going to give you examples. If you're driving, if a man is driving you, they see far. The women, you can sit in their car while they are driving, they see on the sides mostly. When you meet a hump, usually she brakes when she gets to the hump, and there's always that and I mean, it's possible she has driven for 5-10 years, but it still continues. And the best time they can drive so well is when they are in their menopause, when they reach their menopause. Yes, when they reach menopause, they kind of act manly and they can reverse very well. Women have a problem reversing. Trust me, if you're driving and you're a woman, you know this. Someone has to help you. But remember, when you are in your P's, that's another time you can reverse so well. Yeah, because male hormones tend to come in and there's an increase or there's a flow of male hormones into your body and you become a bit man.